Have you ever wondered why companies spend thousands of dollars on branding when technically you could use AI or a cheaper resource? Well, it's because designers have years of experience and an eye to detail that you can't get anywhere else. Here's an example from when I made our new Hummingbird logo. This is just the first draft, but to the untrained eye, it looks pretty okay. But I know that if we zoom in, these ovals here are not perfectly spaced out. And two, if I grab one of these ovals, it looks a little bit lopsided. So, here's what I did to fix that. In Illustrator, I just started with a basic oval. But we want these points to look more like a feather and less like a balloon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select my point and then select the scale tool and just bring it in just a tad. And now I want to do the same thing on the other side. Maybe like that. I think that's starting to look a little bit more like a feather. Next, I'm going to rotate it around. To do this perfectly, I could, just do what I did before, kind of rotate it, make sure that's probably the right spot. So instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the rotate tool. I'm going to rotate this one about 120 degrees. That looks right. And then duplicate my oval. For this one, I think I'm going to rotate it probably another 25 degrees. Yeah, that looks like about right. And I'm not going to worry about lining them up perfectly. I did notice, I don't want them to have a fill. I just want them to be this outline so they start to overlap, like in our sketch. So I'm just going to do that a couple more times. Doing another 25 degrees each time. Until I have my 4 tail feathers. Now, like I said, we want to make sure that all of our ovals are perfectly aligned to the same point. So I am just going to use my group selection tool. Let me move these out of the way first. I'm going to start with this one and use my group selection tool and make sure that I click on the point that I want it to align to. And I have snapped the point on so that it'll snap to this point here. And I can do the same down here. Let's grab this point and now it'll snap. And there we go. We have our even ovals perfectly spaced out. Not just one part of the logo, but in the finished result, that looks a lot more clean and even. And that's why it's worth working with the right brand designer.